hot, bro? What's going on, man? Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to Clayton State University, home of the Lakers. For 2019, it'll be home for the Jonesboro Cardinals. We've got a little bonus coverage action of the Lady Cardinals versus the Lady Bears. The boys' game will start here shortly. There's 4 minutes left on the clock. Thank you for joining in on us. This is a live broadcast, simulcast on Twitter, Facebook, and YouTube all at once. So sit back and enjoy. Got a great show planned for you tonight with the Jonesboro Cardinals and Griffin Bears. Thanks so much. good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to Jonesboro High School, home of Clayton State University 2019. I'm Bo McMichael. Going to give you a nice little broadcast tonight. Looking forward to it. Sit back and relax. There's 9 minutes on the clock. They're going to be playing music, so we can't talk over them, copyright infringement and all that wonderful stuff. So we'll be back right before the tip-off to get things started. Once again, this is Bo McMichael with Score Sports. Glad to have you with us. Jonesboro Cardinals versus the Griffin Bears coming up.
is brought to you by Score Sports, the leader in sports videography. For all your videography needs, reach out to us at www.scoresports.com.
All right, going to go live. Going live in 1. All right, ladies and gentlemen, glad to have everybody with us. We're about 90 seconds away from game time. They will be doing introductions here. I'd like to bring in my special co-announcer tonight, Mr. Craig Chapman. Craig, how you doing tonight, man?
Good. How are you, Bo?
I'm doing well, man. Got a little popping going on, so we're going to try to make sure we get all that taken care of here, trying to get the bells and whistles out of the way. Going live on Twitter, Facebook, and YouTube causes a little bit of funness across the board.
I'll let you handle all that tech stuff.
Yeah, I'm telling you, man. I've been here since 9 o'clock in the morning, it feels like, trying to make sure certain things run. So got a good team all set back and waiting for us. But with no further ado, let's get ready for the starting lineups. We got Griffin Bears versus the Jonesboro Cardinals tonight. Should be a lot of fun, So hopefully we'll just sit back and enjoy it. The Griffin Bears come in at a record of 7-10, if I'm not mistaken, 7-10, where Jonesboro's coming in at 11-8. I think the opposite of two different worlds. We have in their last 6 games, Griffin is 3-3, where the last 6 games for Jonesboro, they're 6-0. They're undefeated in 2019, which is a plus all by itself. I don't want to say this is a look ahead game, because I don't want to ever say anything to look ahead, but I'm looking at 5:30 tomorrow at Fayette County High School, where the top 2 teams in the region are going to battle off, and we just got to take care of business tonight. Talk to me a little bit about what you know about Griffin right now there, Craig.
Well, right now Griffin has they just came off of a 91-48 defeat to Fayette County, and then prior to that they lost 56-42 to Stars Mill.
You keep going. You're fine. Right. Yeah, I'm just messing with the audio, man.
But like you said, 3-3 in their last 6, but with 2 straight losses. So you're really looking at like you said, a tale of 2 different teams. It'll be interesting to see. I watched them in warm-ups. Look very athletic. Look like they have at least one person out there that they're going to, rely on to shoot the 3. He spent the entire warm-ups out there shooting behind the arc. So either he's their guy or he doesn't plan on playing much.
I agree with that. I'm very interested to see the one thing that I found that when I was researching them on Max Prep, meaning the Griffin Bears, they did not give any information, stats, player stats. They kept it close to them in that particular area. So it's one of those ones that I'm curious to see what the outcome's going to be. The nice thing is at least Fayette County has some things that I can do some research on it. So on some good news, senior number 33 Brandon Walker for Jonesboro will be back in the lineup tonight. Won't be in the starting lineup because he's got to get into player shape. So we'll see what actually happens. So, but last time we called a game, we were calling a state playoff game at the old gymnasium. As many people know, and kind of maybe asking, hey, why are they playing in this nice Loch Ness monster of a field, or a court, not a field? It's because currently Jonesboro is in construction. They have ripped down that gymnasium and building a new gymnasium. Hopefully it'll be ready by September 2019.
Drove by it the other day. It's a nice hole in the ground.
It is. A big old hole in the ground at that. All right, so no further ado, both teams have been announced. So we're going to see what happens here tonight. Keys to the game. I think they're going to be able to, one thing that you're going to see out here that you haven't had a chance to, Craig, is an opportunity with defense. Jonesboro has really brought about the pressure lately in the past couple of games, so I'm very interested to see what's going to happen in that, and, as long as everybody plays their game.
Well, that's one thing about Coach Melman. He's always going to have his guys playing super hard, and one of his staples has been defense. Last year, I remember they do a lot of stuff. They get after it, get on the defensive boards, and get on the floor, and looks like we're going to have the tip right here.
And I've given the duties to Craig in the sense
Jonesboro wins the tip, or Griffin wins the tip.
He's got the play-by-play. I just need to be the color man tonight, so that's going to be entertaining all by itself.
Jonesboro starts at man-to-man defense. Griffin running a standard 5-out set. Pass with first turnover of the night. Griffin just a bad pass.
Well, one thing, even last Saturday, Jonesboro played Mount Zion, and I think I stopped counting after 22 turnovers by Mount Zion.
Wow.
Based on this. They're a very small group, meaning Jonesboro is right now. They don't have height. Their 2 big men, Chris Hollins, number 10, and Bryce Martin, number 12, are their 2 big men in the group. Dakota went in for the
nice block right there.
Right.
Both teams starting man-to-man, so Jonesboro had a little motion set right there. It'll be interesting to see if, I watched in warm-ups, a lot of guys looked like they were very proficient from outside the arc.
They are. They shoot roughly right around 34% from the three-point line. We'll see a little bit of percentage here of that later. Dips it out to Chris. A little bit off the mark right there.
Griffin on the push right here. Nice play right there, nice block.
We're going to have a chance to see some region standings here soon, and you'll see where Griffin and Stars Mill are toe-to-toe right now for that 3rd and 4th place in the region.
Right now it's it's kind of a hectic up and down pace. Been a lot of athletic moves at the basket, no finishes yet. They're letting them play a little bit.
Oh, yeah.
Because there's definitely been some contact.
And I'm appreciative of that. I do not like to see 17 fouls in the first quarter.
No.
And we're going to bonuses. I'm not a fan. Not a fan at all.
Start with a full court 1-2-2 press. Turned over again for Griffin right there. It's their 2nd on the night.
Well, talk to me a little bit about a 1-2-2 press. I mean, I brought you in for your basketball knowledge and know-how. What is the purpose of kind of pressing when they're on the backcourt like that?
You know, it could be to slow down. It looks like Griffin wants to run when they get the ball. So anytime off a made basket, if you're running a press, it could be just to stop the sideline break. But with what they've got, they're looking to trap. I mean, this is a uptight press. This is old Kentucky, trap the first press and then come from behind. But you can't do that.
And the first baskets for both teams right now, Bryce Martin, number 12, was our player of the game on Tuesday. He registered roughly about 20, if I'm not mistaken, 24 points in that win against Riverdale High School.
He's definitely got some nice moves. Great first step.
Yeah.
They'll have to get back on defense right here.
Dakota leads the team in scoring. And they're going to have to get, you definitely, when you say you got to get back, I mean, you can press all you want, but if you're not getting back on defense, it's going to get a little rough. Nice.
This is going to be up and down. And there's, I mean, right now it's a battle of who can finish at the rim, because right now the score sits.
He's going to call timeout right now.
Jonesboro 10-2 right now. And the reason is Jonesboro's finishing at the rim and Griffin's not. All right, they've had one chance. Griffin's turned it over 4 times in the early going right here, and the press may not be getting exactly what Coach Melman wants, but it's caused the pace to be very hectic, and Griffin's not running any kind of offense. They're coming down, making one pass, and then trying to get to the rim, and they've had one good look in 3 rushes. So right now he's getting what he wants. It may not be exactly how he drew it up.
Right, but I mean, for 10-2, I mean, it's a matter of being able to do that and do it successfully. That's always a plus all by itself, you know. And the second chance points are huge right now for Jonesboro when they miss that wide open layup, to be able to actually come back and have that opportunity to get the balls in. So right now we got a senior on. We got senior Deshaun Ellerby. We got number 3, who's also a senior, Dakota, and then we got Chris Hollins, who's number 10, and then Bryce Martin and Lionel Robinson. So you got a bunch of shooters out there that know actually how to shoot all.
Now you're going to get the 1-2, 1-3/4 court press. They're getting exactly what they want. They're getting them out of what they want to do. Now they're playing. They jumped into a little bit of a zone right here.
And we do appreciate everybody
back in man.
And we're going to call a foul on the. It will be a shooting foul, looks like.
I don't think so. That should be on the floor.
We took those 4 steps before you had that opportunity.
The NBA, no continuation here.
Yeah, and at least they're going to be able to pop it out as it is.
So we got baseline inbounds right here. Back screen layup. That's the same inbounds play every team ever runs.
Right,
it's the first
and it's
one.
There. But
they called a walk. Wow.
Wasn't he playing a ring around the rosy right there?
Yes.
He was spinning him around a little bit.
So it's more like he had a arm bar on him. That's the other sport going on right now, is wrestling. So
right.
Be interesting to see if right now Griffin has hurt Jonesboro a little bit in this half court set with penetration. There it is. That's exactly what I want to see.
No.
Did he want to call that?
He did not call it.
Wow.
Hey, one of the best things, I was working on the game a while back. The ref went to call wanted to call the charge, and he backed out halfway through the call, and it was good. So number 3 is going to go to the line to shoot free throws. This is the first free throws of the night for the Griffin Bears.
You said one of the keys of the game with turnovers is always free throws.
And we're going to be able to look at that at the end of the first quarter and find out where we are shooting wise. But we're actually really good from the line. When I say we, Jonesboro, they're very consistent, sitting over 67% from the line, shooting free throws.
There it is. Speed up the pace.
Oh, backcourt.
Get you a tournament.
They didn't call it.
Count should still be on, though.
Yeah.
That's a walk.
He did. He walked. They are all over the place.
He's out of bounds.
Yeah, he's going to say he stepped. He said he didn't call a timeout. So
did they give him the timeout?
No,
they did.
They did. That's
wow.
horrible.
It's the second timeout for Griffin too.
Well, ladies and gentlemen, we've got some important things. You know, when we talk about the importance of this week, we spoke about it on Tuesday night when they played Riverdale in the first region matchup this week. This is our second region matchup. Going to be able to, if we're able to become victorious, lead into a huge one-on-one matchup against Fayette County, who is perennial. You know, when I say that, they are undefeated in the region. They are really laying waste right now. We had an opportunity. That was our first region game. Jonesboro's played Fayette County here back in November, lost by 2, winning most of the game, and then it just kind of slipped by them at the end.
It should be interesting to see. You know, like you said, Jonesboro's going to run a proverbial gauntlet next week, so this win right here would be paramount. They got what they want right here. And if you track deflections, which I'm sure Coach Melman does, he's got a boatload of them in the first half. Griffin looks very, very, very frustrated and hurried on offense.
Well, you're on a 2-game losing streak. He went down the road for a little bit.
3. I mean, there was 3 full steps.
When's the last time you seen a basketball game? That's all they do there, Coach.
I understand that.
Okay. So
I didn't think they got the Harden. I didn't think they had the Harden rules in high school. So.
Yes, they do, man. They do. And people that don't know the Harden rule, that's an NBA player, James Harden, who likes to travel from half court to the goal within about 4 steps. And he's got a long stride.
And if you were at my school when you talked about James Harden, you would just have been labeled a hater.
Because, I understand. We are appreciative of everybody tuning in here tonight, whether it's you're on Facebook or Twitter or YouTube. Glad you could join us.
I'm trying to see if Jonesboro, it looks like Griffin's going to switch up and go to a 1-2-2 right here, point zone. Now, so they're going to try to cut off Jonesboro's penetration since they hurt them really with the wing penetration on the man-to-man. So now they're going to hurt him from 3.
Well, Lewis Manning was a really good three-point shooter. Doesn't shoot much, but when he does, but he's also what we call – in hockey terms, he's the punisher.
He's the enforcer?
Oh, my goodness. He comes in, and he definitely is an aggressive soul, which I am fine.
He looks like he should play linebacker.
He does. He might actually play football for Jonesboro. I'm not sure. I haven't researched it that deep. But he's always my MVP. Makes me laugh, makes me smile at the energy and what he exerts. Go ahead.
Wow.
Now, Coach, something you haven't noticed, if number 2 gets in there we go. That's ball movement and not covering back up.
You got to rotate back from the top. And Jonesboro thought they were going to get the steal right there, and everybody was getting ready to run out on the break. It just didn't happen.
Right.
So point zone again for Griffin. They're going to give up the same thing. You're not going to front inside.
Second chance points. Oh, too hard.
There
but he was able to, a nice touch in the basket.
15-7 with 2:50 left to go in the first quarter. And that is what you want. You want them to try to throw it over the top in a zone press when you're looking at the pass.
Well, everybody's chiming in. The number 23, Mr. Manuel, does not play football.
Oh.
And Coach Floyd's got a job here. If he's going to text me and say, no, he does not, well, let's find a tight end position for him on that part. He's got good hands, good floater.
He looks the part. That's the definite truth.
Yeah.
Now,
hard.
See, that's what you want out of your press. First shot, rush shot, bad shot. I mean, just to be right, that worked the same as a turnover.
That's going to be Griffin's first team foul of the night.
That's amazing.
I know. As much as we've seen bodies kind of fly around, I look over there and see that Jonesboro has 4 team fouls. Griffin only has 1.
So going under 2:30 right here. Griffin's changed up defenses. They're in the point zone right now. They've given up a 3 and an offensive rebound putback because, it's hard to match up bodies in the zone.
Oh, now he's their shooter, by the way.
And here's a leak out.
Oh.
All right. When you shoot from the corner, somebody's got to rotate back up top to get down the court.
You got to get down. And number 1's on Jets, though.
Yes.
For Griffin, he actually went to the bathroom and got a hot dog after he made that shot. I mean,
there it is.
There we go.
They're going to stay in the zone. Jonesboro's going to shoot over the top of it. And that's what you want. You want them side to side right here, stay out of the middle, and to do that right there.
Calvin with the rebound. Great job. He did step out.
Uh-oh. And we had an entrance into the stands over there. Everybody's okay, even the stands, because he looks like he could put a dent in them.
I would agree.
18-9, 144 to go in the first. And I would think if Coach Melvin had his way, he would say that, outside of the team fouls maybe and a couple of easy, bunny shots for Griffin, this is going the way he would like for it to go. Griffin now in motion against the Jonesboro man-to-man.
Oh, he's on the run. He's on the run.
Got him open right here. I haven't seen that ever, but
I was paying
Griffin
attention
on
to
the
a little
rotation.
kid about to head down the court.
Right now, Jonesboro's getting everything. That is a Cardinal sin.
Easy basket.
Oh, they dropped it. They knocked it out of their own hands underneath the rim, but Griffin threw it back in under their own basket where they didn't have anybody there, and they were very fortunate not to give up the easy deuce. 1:15 right here to go in the first half. Jonesboro looking at 3 turnovers. Griffin has 6 right now. Jonesboro's press has been very effective. I mean, it's
ill-advised turnover right there.
Stepped out of bounds.
Oh, it's a little slippery over there too. They're going to have to rub that down. Now, at the end of the first quarter, we will go to our sponsors and have a quick little commercial for our sponsors. Not the new commercial. Don't hate me. I was in the middle of trying to get some other things done, and that came second to me. I'll continue to work on it. Deep three.
That's exactly what you want.
And they did not call a foul. Manuel literally, Quinn walked. Goodness. Jumper is good. They're going to press
20-9, under a minute here go. And the press is getting the desired result. Everything is hurried. I mean, they're going to get a break right here because they're going to end up with numbers off the deflection. Nice defense right there. Now Jonesboro's got a chance to break. They're going to end up with 4-on-2 right here. From the corner.
Good.
Nope.
No, off the mark.
Jonesboro has inside position on every shot.
It is nice to see number 33 in the game, Brandon Walker. He's been out since the end of the 2018 calendar year, so he'll be getting himself back into shape. He's a senior, definitely leads by leadership here, so I'm glad to have him back on the court.
Griffin has gone extremely small right here with this lineup. They're already struggling on the board, so it would seem to be this is going to be a problem unless they're going to try and play real fast. They've gone back to the man-to-man, it looks like. Jonesboro's probably going to hold for 1 right here. He breaks the 5 count. He'll go with about 6. There we go. And jumper short. And the first quarter ends. Your score, Jonesboro 20, Griffin 9.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, we'll have a moment from our sponsors. I'm Bowman Michael with Craig Chapman. This is Score Sports. Ladies and gentlemen, we're back live here in the beginning of the second quarter. I'm Bowman Michael with Craig Chapman. I had my statistician work on this, so I'm going to explain to you what this layout is. It just means these are made baskets. These are missed. Okay, that's what that means on that part. And then opponent free throws, they've made 3 free throws.
There were 3 or 4.
Yes. Well, I don't know if they're 3 or 4. I just know they made 3 free throws on that part, man. So, hey, I'm just trying to get some statisticians out there on that part. It was probably more interesting to see that overall.
Griffin back into man-to-man as Jonesboro gets the ball to start the second quarter right here.
Dakota leaves all score, number 3 for the Jonesboro Cardinals.
High screen and roll game. Probably should have shot that right there. Turned over underneath right there, and then Griffin gives it right back to Jonesboro. Should be side out for Jonesboro right here.
Dakota is a leading scorer for Jonesboro, and he is actually leading out coming out of the first quarter with a total of 7 points.
Spread look right here. Jonesboro looks like you're going to try to run an ISO down low. Triangle look. Good idea. Except he threw it to me.
Yeah, nice little lob. And, you know, you got to do what you got to do right there.
I like what they tried to set up. They had a high screen and roll right there, and they got something out of it. You know, just couldn't convert. I think they were probably a little bit too unselfish the first time. This press is right
Killing
now
him.
hurting Griffin is the nice way to say it.
But
Killing
I will
him.
say this, man, over the past 6-game winning streak right now, this is what this has been. They did not press at the beginning of the year. They finally have gotten themselves in.
Coach Millman has a right to be upset right there.
It's all ball right there.
And he was vertical.
Yes, straight up.
That was a really nice play right there on defense. Griffin's back to the line right here. 7:08 to go, 22-9, Jonesboro. First three throws up. Good. Second one's in the air. Good. Sub for the shooter right here for Griffin. No full court press. It'll be interesting to see how Griffin continues to try to manipulate their defenses, because right now nothing has really worked. Griffin back in the man right here.
The amount of shape that you have to be in to press as much as they are. Good first basket from Walker right there. That's good.
Nice little flare screen to clear out this side. Really nice. You know, if everything worked that easy, you know, everybody could coach. That was a really nice set.
Yeah.
And a really nice way to get the first basket. Nice defense on the
good block on Bryce's part.
Really nice fight with the ball right there on Griffin on the offensive rebound. Right now, the only thing Jonesboro can really complain about is not getting back on the rotation on the press.
Well, and it is some movement right there. You got Coach Melman yelling a little bit. He's going to bring in Deshaun Ellerby. Looks like he's going to go to the scorer's table.
There it is, double high screen, kick to the wing for another three.
Net.
I mean, this has been a really impressive start. There it is again, though. I mean,
he comes out with jets, number one for Griffin.
You can see the frustration on Coach Melman's part, because you're getting a great job on the back end of the press of playing great defense without fouling, and getting a really rush shot, and then not getting the payoff with the defensive rebound. That's a charge.
They're gonna call it.
Yes, sir. Charge. Really nice step in right there.
Oh yeah, that was good across the board right there. Not bad at all.
That'll be the second team foul on Griffin. 5:47 left to go in the first half. Jonesboro 27, Griffin 13.
Now, we have not had a lot of back-to-back games, meaning Friday and Saturdays, except for tournament plays. So I get, and it's going to be an early Friday game at 5:30. So I start beginning to know that they're going to do some substitutions here. I'm starting, like I said, we're up by 14 right now. It's 13-27, but I am looking ahead going, you got to make sure you have legs there. I haven't looked to see if, I think Fayette County, not sure who they play tonight, but they are playing somebody. So
it's like they're running some kind of a amoeba. Now it's gotten back into a man, but for a second there it looked like a boxing one. He walked.
They're going to call jump.
It'll be Griffin's ball.
Yeah, possession error on the side of Griffin. Well, I hope everybody's enjoying the new graphics.
Okay, I guess it's not. Because it should be, Jonesboro got the ball to start the second quarter.
They're paying attention to it. Yeah, green ball. But we do appreciate everybody enjoying sitting in and watching the game tonight. It's hard to actually measure how many people are on there since we're on different ventures out. So
you cannot throw the ball into the corner and keep it there against this press. That's how you break it, in the middle.
Yeah, straight down the coast. Give them two.
All right, 27-15, going under 5 minutes right here.
12-point ball game. It's Jared Rogers in the game for the Cardinals, number 4.
Jonesboro running a motion set right here. You know, they're making sure the court is spread. You know, they're going to try to get themselves some way to get it. Right now, everything looks like it's going to be a high screen and roll on the backside. Here comes the down screen. There's the high screen and roll. He didn't take the
Good
screen.
move. Straight to the end.
The layup.
Oh, thought we was going to have a little finger touch. Touch the basket at the very end.
Yep. Ball lost out of bounds by the Bears. Jonesboro have a baseline throw in.
I've been panicking about the Griffin Bears because I use a green screen on my thing, and I was like, man, they're going to walk around with just heads. I was like, hope that doesn't happen. A bunch of crazy legs running around itself and an empty body.
Down screen off the inbounds play.
Good.
The second play that they teach every year.
Manuel's
Work like a
looking
charm.
nice tonight.
There's the rotation on the press that you'd like right there. All right, hands in the passing lane. I mean, I would garner a guess that there's been over 30 deflections in this, first quarter and a half right here. The defense has been
They're getting their hands
really,
in there.
really good
Yeah.
at playing the passing lanes.
Woo! Oh, and they didn't even call a foul. They tackled the player. And
Well,
they didn't call a foul.
I watched the end of the girls' game before this, and they didn't call fouls like that at the end of the girls' game too. So,
But the whole thing is, I've seen these refs go in at halftime and realize, okay, we're going to have to tighten this up a little bit. And when they tighten it back up, it's going to be a slow third and fourth quarter.
Yep.
29-15.
There comes the hand check. And they probably by rule can call that every time if they wanted to. But then we would be here until tomorrow when they are supposed to play Fayette County too. So, Griffin will have side out. The next foul for Jonesboro will put Griffin in the 1-and-1. It's amazing that I've watched this whole first quarter and a half, and Griffin only has 2 fouls. So one of them being offensive.
Right.
But they, you can tell that the pressure is affecting Griffin because nothing is clean. I mean,
I think he, what we called, he didn't get hit. He went down like a champ. Mr. One for Jonesboro. I think that wind got him. I don't think he flopped, but he definitely FL'd.
He didn't flop. He was trying to influence.
Well, I don't know what he was doing on that part. At halftime, we will take a moment to catch our breath. We will. There is no band tonight, so no listening to the bands. They will be blaring music, so we'll cut the sound. But we will put a timer on the clock for 10 minutes, let you know when to come back, and we'll have some little halftime analysis, be able to show what the scores are, where the breakaway points are coming from. So hopefully you're able to sit back and enjoy the remaining part of the game. We will be live tomorrow night at 5:30 if the internet is permitting, meaning that I never have streamed from Fayette County High School.
They have a new gym down there?
It's anything that where I have not been to, I'm not willing to claim that it's going to work out.
All right.
Just because sometimes you just don't know based on environment-wise.
Jonesboro has a lot of motion on offense. There are a lot of moving parts. There's nobody standing, and they're getting wide open looks down the lane.
You almost think from the point of Griffin, between the pressure, they got their feet caught in sand right now, and they're not moving too well. One with the jumper. Net. They drew within 10. 3-minute mark. We haven't seen 10 in a while.
Well, we'll see how Jonesboro responds. They're getting the looks that they want. They just got to cash in right here. Deep three.
Off the mark.
I would suspect we're going to see a timeout pretty soon.
No, coach is going to let them play.
You get to see them every week.
Yeah, he's going
to. That is over the back and a tackle, and we finally got a call.
Probably the most interesting thing is I like to see what coach is using for his bench. We got a couple guys that are not playing right now. Realistically, it's he's using his entire roster, which is appreciative. He's got about a 6-man rotation that comes in. At least 5 right now that I'm seeing come in.
Yeah. That's one thing, one of the things about coaching against Coach Melman was he had the respect of all of his players, but he used all of his players too.
Well, especially from a hustle perspective. I mean, if I was to show you footage at the beginning of the year to the team that exists now, the team has shown great growth across the board.
Well, Jonesboro's keeping this man-to-man from Griffin spread out. And what happened, lots of down screen and a basic motion offense right here. So lots of cutters too. Griffin's not doing a really good job of preventing cuts down the middle of the lane. But as of right now, Jonesboro hasn't capitalized because they've missed 2 or 3 easy shots from inside 8 feet. High screen and roll right here. That should be and one.
Oh, nice. Wonder if we got the instant replay on that. Oh, he got the thumbs up from my producer. I don't have a monitor in front of us. We're not that big. I always wanted to sit at those tables over there, but then I would have to go cables across half court, and they'd probably be upset about that.
I think they probably would kind of nix your plan
there.
there.
Yeah, so we get to actually be able to sit back here. We're fine and be able to run what we want to run.
Great rebound.
From this Sean.
And three.
Oh, it's going to be good.
Now that's a 5-point swing right there.
Nice.
So what was a 10-point game is now ballooned back to 15 in a matter of seconds.
Quinn Thomas, number 2 for the Cardinals. He didn't call bank.
No, and that was a definite heat check. I made one last time.
Let's see if I can do it again. It's going to be out of bounds.
No, that should be Jonesboro's ball.
Oh, felt like it came out of his hands. He lost that one on his own right there.
Here comes. There he is right in the middle. Swing it. 1:20 to go here in the first half. Jonesboro up 34-19. After a brief Griffin run, got it back to a 10-point game. Jonesboro has once again reasserted their double-digit lead. There's the high screen and roll again. Oh, man,
nice,
he had the baseline. Nice job of ball movement right there, and they'll get 3 seconds.
That's the second 3-second I've seen called in the past 3 games. That is the oldest, ancient. When you call 3 seconds, you're like, whoa, they still call that?
Yeah, middle school basketball, I've had the joy of watching that all year with my brother coaching at our middle school.
Right.
And they will call a 3-second violation in a heartbeat in middle school basketball.
Middle school people are known to want to just sit in the lane, too. We're under 1 minute here in the
half-court press, and there was no rotation back, but then it didn't matter because it got swatted.
Mr. Calvin Crumley came in and said, get out of here. Come back some other time, please.
I mean, Griffin's doing the right thing. They're attacking. Once they get the ball in the middle, they're attacking and making the cross-court pass. They're not finishing. And there it comes again. And they got numbers right here for Jonesboro. And
good
there it
dish.
is. Nice job.
Nice.
36-19, going under 30 seconds. Let's see if Griffin holds for the last shot right here. Here comes the half-court run and jump. And they got it.
Oh, right down his legs. That was a good job on Quinn's part.
I mean, this balloon to 19 now. I mean, this is offense off of your defense. This is a clinic on how to do it right here. Wow.
I love when you call bank right there.
Bank is open on Friday night.
Yes.
They'll have a delay of game called on Griffin for slapping the ball out when it comes through the net. 4.2 seconds left to go. I
appreciate Coach Melman's intensity, though. Even up where he is, he knows he's not going to lay down. And
no.
One thing that Jonesboro has had happen twice this year is that they've been doing well, and then it just kind of goes the other way. Shoot it.
They get free. It's good if it goes, and it's good if it. Man, if that would have went, that would have been the end of it.
If you do a putback like that, doesn't Griffin go back to 0?
Yeah, that's the old 21.
Yeah, 21 rules, man. If you're in the air and you're a floater. All right, ladies and gentlemen, I'm Bo McMichael with Craig Chapman here at Score Sports. We're going to take a little break in here and then listen to some music, get set. Here's a word from our sponsors. Once again, sit back. 10 minutes are on the clock. Thanks so much. My son has the exact same headphones. That's what I bought him. Exact same ones. They're not yours? Okay. It's the exact same. All right, ladies and gentlemen, we ready? Getting ready for the second half of play. I'm Bowman Michael with my co-host Craig Chapman, bringing you Jonesboro basketball here at Clayton State University, home of the Lakers. Craig, this is called the Lock. It's got the Loch Ness Monster theme, which I like that. I like that concept a little bit.
Well, if I see Nessie, I'm leaving.
No, if I'm seeing a Yeti, I'm out. I can handle Nessie. All right, ladies and gentlemen, it's 38-21 here, start of the third quarter. We'll go ahead and give some halftime analysis here when we get started. What's your thoughts? Now, I know you expressed a great deal, Craig, concerning this pressure. So do you come out and do the exact same thing?
I try to press them out of the game in the first 5 minutes. If I'm Griffin, I have to make a decision. Do I want to try and win this game? Because running back and playing half-court defense is not going to turn Jonesboro over enough to keep them in the game. All right, their defensive pressure has not been enough, so they're going to have to extend pressure, see if they can get some easy baskets. Because right now, Jonesboro is going to do what they're doing. They're going to move the ball. They're very patient in their offensive set. They'll run their back cuts right here, and they're going to be content.
Do you feel like there should be a shot clock here in high school?
No.
Okay.
I don't think, we've had the discussion about it in football.
Deep three, almost on point. Quinn Thomas with the off the mark right there. He has 5 points so far starting the second half of play for the Cardinals.
Early right down there, that's not going to make anybody happy on the bench over there. Too easy on that first possession to get it back to a 15-point game. To answer your question about the shot clock, I think, as many teams playing basketball, there's going to be that'd be a lot of cost to get into older gyms and wire up a shot clock and things like that.
Understood.
3-point basket from Jonesboro pushes the lead back to 18, or up to 18. Its highest point it's been the whole game.
And that was senior Deshaun Ellerby with a 3. Right now that gives him a total of 5 points for the night so far.
Jonesboro in a half-court trap. And they got a leak out right here.
Oh.
You're
I don't
right.
think he
Number
saw it.
one
He
is really fast.
Yes, he is. That's a good way to say it.
That's a charge.
Yeah, going the other way.
Very nice job.
A brief rundown. Right now, leading scorers for the Cardinals, number 3, Dakota with 10 points, and followed by Lewis Manuel with 9 points. And then everybody else kind of hanging out down with throwing in baskets here and there with 4 and 2 points across the board.
It looks amazingly like their season stats because they're very balanced. They don't have one
No, I mean the leading scorer is averaging 14 points a game, and that's Dakota.
Wow, that was a very nice set to get a very nice look at the rim from close, and he finally was rewarded with the foul that happened 5 minutes earlier.
Yeah, Bryce Martin will go to the line to shoot 2. Bryce was my Score Sports Player of the Game against Riverdale. Right now, my 2 options going to have to probably be Dakota or Lewis Manuel, based on points and energy alone.
Yeah, I mean, it's right now you could just pretty much look and see, you're at 18, you make this free throw, it goes to 19, and let's see if they keep the full court press on, because you're going to get, this game has moved rather rapidly, and I know I just, gave it the kiss of death right there.
They could slow down to a crawl. I agree with you on that part.
But right now you're going to get this there. I
mean, we didn't get any reach-in calls. Well, I mean, from an average perspective, Jonesboro averages 56 points a game. You know, it's a sense of when they start right again, get around that mark, I go, okay, certain things can happen on a plus. So
there's a steal and a layup.
Good job,
Should
Quinn.
have been an and one. Griffin is trying to attack a zone press, and they're not moving. They just, you know, the worst thing that you can do is dribble through it.
Get out of here. Go somewhere else, said Bryce Martin.
And that
Chris
was not
in
a
with the
charge.
line. Shortest man in the world goes up,
Oh,
and he's not able to come through it.
you got to get back.
Good back pedal. Oh,
Holy smoke.
rainbow. I don't think you can catch it off the glass, can he?
As long as it hits the glass.
Okay, I thought it had to hit the.
As long as it hits the glass, you're good.
Oh, that's right. When you throw it and bang it and go for the slam.
If you do what I saw the other night where the guy just threw it straight up in the air and ran
caught
around a guy, caught it and shot a layup, and nobody said anything, you know, it's kind of at a loss.
I can understand that. That's definitely understandable when
Wow.
that particular thing happens right there.
Free throw barely draws iron, and Jonesboro sitting with a 21-point advantage with 5:34 to go in the third quarter. Two team fouls each right now in the early stages of the third, which is a stark difference from the first half.
Well, I like it that it's more equal across the board. I just don't need them to go to the free throw line.
Yeah. Here we go. So, you know, like I said, Jonesboro's going to pull this thing out. Griffin looks content to just play back.
Well, it's interesting who he's got out there right now. I mean, he started Lewis Manuel the second half. We got Quinn Thomas, who was not a starter the first part of the game. So it's very interesting in bringing those people in there where Chris Hollins is on the bench.
Got him
He's
wide
three.
open. I mean, this is
Nice.
This is exactly what they're just letting. They're running their offense, and they're running it, and basically right there, Griffin just fell asleep.
Yep.
Thinking they were going to hold it out, and I mean they basically got a back, just a cross screen across the lane, and they got an easy layup.
So did they sit down at halftime and discuss, hey, we're going to have to make sure we call a little bit
It's
more
what
fouls?
it is in every game. You were right. We got to make sure we don't. The game's getting out of hand. We got to make sure we call every touch foul, because if we don't, somebody's going to fight. So,
Well, the nice thing is there's very little temper here, so this is a good thing. And you talked about real quick there, Coach, that they actually have to play this team 7 days.
Yep. And this is.
He stepped out.
He threw the behind-the-back pass to the cheerleader.
We were supposed to play this team in December, and what happened was I thought you were supposed to be here. Oh, I thought you were supposed to be there.
Oh.
Everybody thought the game. Griffin thought the game was here.
Okay.
And Jonesboro had the game at Griffin.
So they passed each other on the
Well,
1941?
it got down to about the dark hour there for a second. That they almost did that, but they were able to realize that when they realized, hey, I'm at your place. No, I'm at your place. Good job. He has a nice reverse on the rim. So
right now.
So they've rescheduled the game. We're going to be at Griffin here. What date was that? Did you have that written down?
Yeah, they're at Griffin on the 26th.
On the 26th.
So it will be they play tomorrow, and then a week from tomorrow they play at Griffin. So they've got Starrs Mill. It's Fayette County, Starrs Mill, Whitewater, and Griffin all next week.
Well, I tell you, that Tuesday game is going to be a lot of fun. Whatever the outcome is tomorrow, I'm looking for. It was a tight game between Starrs Mill.
That's a really nice job. I hope he's okay.
He came down.
That was a great job of catching the ball. That was a tough catch, and he did a nice job of catching the ball and attacking when that guy didn't have defensive position.
Well, that's always the scariest thing when you come down on somebody else's ankle or
is.
foot, and he's trying to figure out if he's okay.
I've never seen anybody hobble and tuck their shirt in at the same time. That's talent.
I usually fall down when that happens. If somebody asks me to chew gum, then I'm done. I'm done at that point.
Nice stroke on the free throw. He's 2 of 3 from the line in the third quarter.
Well, he shoots at 67% when he talks about free throw percentage.
And that's 67%.
Yeah, Bryce does a great job on that part. So.
All right, 50-23.
They're going to get him out.
Yep.
Make sure he's all right and look at it.
And if it doesn't change anything, he might stay out because, like you said, a quick turnaround.
Well, the one thing I wish they had, it was a trainer there. They could take a look at him real quick.
Oh.
Goodness gracious. That was his head hitting.
Yes.
Yeah, because that's made that knock.
Yes. There's nothing malicious about that. It's just one of those things in basketball. You get up in the air,
yeah,
and you lose, and you get off center. You're going to the ground, and it's going to hurt because If you've never fallen on one of these courts, it is unforgiving.
Right. It's not back in the day when you played at Booth.
No, it was
where it was a rubber field, rubber court. I'm giving some Booth Middle School. I can remember back in the day, we traveled down from Point South to get to play at that, where it's a rubber court.
That, and a lot of elementary schools have the carpet.
Yep.
The carpet court.
Oh, that hurts. I was filming at a carpet place over Central Christian over in Sharpsburg.
Ooh.
Oh, that was rough. Oh. Everybody went up for that. What was 10 doing?
Oh, he just took the ball. Oh.
He took it from his shot.
I think that's the first time I've ever seen the referee call a foul because he felt sorry for the guy.
Calvin just said, hey, number 10, I know you fell down, but I'm still going to take your ball.
Oh, man.
12's going to go to the line. 12's he's thick. He could be I'm betting all the money in the world he plays football for the Bears.
Running back, linebacker, somewhere around there.
I was talking to Coach Floyd at halftime with number 32, Manuel, and he tried all the time since he was a freshman, was unable to get him. He's now a senior, so that's not going to happen on his end.
Man.
So
I can understand him trying, though.
I know, got that framework on that part.
Might have had to hardball that one. Whoa. That right there was what you call going and attacking a rebound. And that was what you call
got it stolen from
pocket.
Him. Yep. 25, give or take, 24-point lead here, second half of the third quarter.
No under 3:30 to go.
Somebody said shake and bake, and I helped. All right. I'll tell you, Mr. Robinson, that was some good dribbling right there. Dakota not going to call the foul. Everybody needs to get up.
There are some.
I like the hustle.
There are some haymakers being thrown out there that are going undetected.
Yes.
Or just uncalled, should probably be the better term.
Well, I appreciate the effort. They're going to call a timeout here.
Yeah. Jonesboro took a full. I think that's
if we can, Jennifer, throw that region standings up for me. Am I putting you on the cue right there? Tell me when it's up on the screen right there. All right. So this is what the region standing looks like. I mean, you can see the breakdown. It gets a little convoluted in the middle. So, I mean, as you were talking about Stars Mill coming in next Tuesday, then Whitewater, then back out at Griffin, I mean, you can really kind of lay your claim to whatever you're doing at this point. I don't know what the game's going to be like tomorrow with Fayette County. I have no clue. I have curious to see. I'm actually very rarely do I get excited about a game. I'm getting excited about that game Saturday afternoon, 5:30 at Fayette County High School. Come on out. Don't just. You're over in Jonesboro. Drive over to Fayette County. Get on 54. Handle the traffic. Come out and enjoy. Root on your Cardinals. It's going to be a good region matchup. But it's definitely interesting to see the region standings from a perspective.
Do you know what's going to happen if Jonesboro wins tomorrow night and they end up? Hello.
Oh. Hey, saved himself right there. That was good. No foul. Good steal.
He avoided the technical, too, by not hanging on the rim.
He thought he was going to throw that deep.
Yeah. But I was curious, do you know the tiebreaker?
Well, that's what me and Coach Manwin were talking about. He said even if they win out, he can't decide if he'll still be a one. And you don't want to be it doesn't matter. One or two seed at this point. You and I both know region plays region play.
Yep.
You've got to win. The thing is, you want to play. Bottom line is, you don't want to be 4.
No,
because you don't want your first game to be against Fayette County.
No, that's true. You don't.
So I mean, in that sense, it's all. I mean, I've seen one seeds lose.
Yeah.
And never make it to the state playoffs.
Yep.
Witnessed it last year with the Forest Park girls. Wow. It was rough. And you talk about an interesting game in 2 weeks. On the 29th at Lovejoy High School, Lovejoy and Forest Park are going at each other girl-wise. They even flipped the times. Boys are playing at 6. Girls are playing at 7:30.
And that used to be one of those things. They did it every Tuesday when we were in school.
Yeah.
They would flip a boys and girls game for Title IX. But, it'd be really interesting.
It's going to be a game. I'm looking forward to it. I have a feeling I'm going to find myself wanting to go over there and watch it. It went into overtime the last time the two teams played.
Jonesboro is running this high motion. They've got screens everywhere. And,
good draining three by Dakota from the outside.
This is now, it's 53-26 right here. Oh, that was a charge too, buddy.
Oh.
Lowered the shoulder.
Good, but good foul from Brandon. You know, he's getting himself back into the mix. He got hit in what we call the nethers.
He's trying to determine if he wants to continue on right here.
What's the nether region? Well, it always helps to run after you.
Oh, and then they didn't give the guy the shots. At least that was.
But as you see, that's our 7th team foul. They're in the bonus, and that's what he's given the 1-and-1. So the bonus popped up without us detecting here in the 3rd quarter.
Yeah, well.
Shame on you, Mr. Ref. Shame,
11 fouls called in the 3rd quarter alone.
I'm telling you. It is Friday night, though, so I'm okay with that on that part. It's 8:50 Eastern Standard Time for those people watching in Hawaii. Glad y'all could join in on us.
I'm sure that's not going to make Coach Millman very happy, giving up the offensive rebounds.
Got to get the second points. Almost an and one right there.
Offensive rebounds off of a free throw is not going to make any coach happy.
Not at all. But it's going to be a continuous fight here because they're going to run that ball. And one thing, in Griffin's 2 losses, to me, losing against Fayette County, okay.
Yeah.
But the loss before that against Stars Mill really kind of brought my eyes' attention to the point that, okay, Stars Mill is improving, and they're shooters. Last time Jonesboro played them, they played them over at Stars Mill. They came down. I mean, they were battling the whole game. And granted, anytime anything's before 2019, to me, it's a different team than what we're seeing right now. So
it's amazing how things change after the Christmas break.
It is. I mean, it's the same thing with the NBA in college.
Yep. Wow.
Good job, Brandon, from the outside.
Shooting it well from outside tonight. And there's just straight pass out of bounds. That's not a tip ball. Nobody touched that ball. He just threw it over here to the rail. But anyway. Now you got the half court. There's that 1-2-2 again.
Now, the one thing I've never understood, Coach, maybe you can help me understand this. Why is it that, you're going to call a charge? Yep.
Yes.
He got his charge back. That's nice.
Yep.
Why is it on home games in basketball, teams wear their white jerseys, but home teams in football, they wear their dark jerseys? Why is that?
I do not know.
And in baseball, you wear your white jerseys at home.
I guess it's something about the football. You want to wear your dark jersey at home because
your colorful jersey.
It's the intimidating.
Okay, you're
jersey.
Going with the intimidating factor. Okay.
Most teams would like to wear and represent their colors.
Oh, off his leg.
He recovered. There comes. That was just what we talked about, though. Griffin extending the pressure full court.
Under a minute here.
I mean, at 29 points, it may be a little bit too late. And that's only their 5th team foul, so they got a little ways to go before one more before they just give us their 16th foul. So,
well, everybody's going to be in the bonus in the 4th quarter. That's
there he is, wide open.
Got pushed.
Yep.
But I was always very intrigued because of dealing with jerseys and trying to understand the flip between basketball and football.
Well, I got a funny story about that. When Coach Hawley changed the basketball uniforms.
Yeah.
Your senior year and my junior year.
Right.
And he gave out uniforms before the end of football. And he did not know that he wasn't sure that I was playing for some reason. And so he gave out all the shorts. And they had these nice white shorts that they had changed because we went away from the Larry Bird era shorts. And we had the LHS on the side and everything. And they were
the
long
bagginess.
shorts.
Right,
yeah.
right.
Well, he didn't have enough.
So you had to wear short shorts?
I did, and it was only the white uniform. We had the blue uniform had
enough shorts.
Had enough shorts, but I got the uniform, and for some reason in my mind I was thinking I have got to go on the road and wear these white shorts.
Oh, but it was always at home.
And I was always at home, so I was able to dodge that bullet. I mean, people made fun of me, but it was just the guys that I got made fun of anyway.
Right. Oh, floater.
Whoa, number 12.
He got some hops.
Yes, he does.
He definitely got some hops. Quinn's going to go in and drive the lane.
I mean, I'm really impressed with Jonesboro's unselfishness. They share the basketball very well.
That's coming a lot from Coach Melman. I tell you, I mean, it's been a mind adjustment from this team from where they were at the beginning of the season and how they were not. I mean, they wouldn't hustle for the ball. I mean, it was the struggle, Craig. I mean, it was one of those ones. So we're heading into a possible 7-game winning streak here, which is great. First free throw is good for Quinn.
Well, you know, we're Falcons fans, so we don't ever want to call a win before it is.
No, let's not bring up 28-3, man. I'm doing the best I can with what I don't have in my mindset.
But, you know, we're up. Jonesboro's up 32 right here, so I'm thinking we're going to be okay.
Well, I think they are. The nice thing is they're learning how to step on the throat and not let go.
I think, you know, you made the point about substitutions early in the game. I think you'll see a lot more of those, you know, now because he'll have the
good job, number 5.
That was
good job.
Rainmaker at the buzzer.
Going to get ready to have our last word from our sponsors. Glad to have you with us. Here's ladies and gentlemen, we're back here. That's the way I like it. All right. Yes, and the Sunshine Band. All right, heading into the fourth quarter. Comfortable lead, almost of 30 points. It was definitely a really good third quarter across the board, evenly shared from the whole entire team. And we're talking an average of pretty much everybody on that got in scored points. So it's nice to see that.
How long do you think he stays with them right here?
He'll stay with them for at least the first 3 minutes. I know the 3 guys that he wants to get. Oh,
yeah, that was about
turnover. He did.
Backcourt.
He'll advise.
If he would have,
Coach Melman not happy about that. He's shaking his head. Ooh.
He was wanting them to go up strong to draw the foul. But I mean, the defensive intensity has been there since the jump. You know, Coach Melman's going to look back and talk about defensive rotations on the press. All right, and that's going to be his one complaint, that and maybe some offensive rebounds. But there's your, you know, nobody back on the press. And you
got a nice roll.
You get a run out. But once again, unselfish. He draws the defense and makes a much easier shot.
Well, it's good hustling from Calvin, making sure that he's following Quinn when they're heading down the court, because a lot of times you sometimes become a spectator.
Yep.
When you get a fast break point like that, you're like, hey, what's going on with that? Hey, look at him running. You're like, I need to follow him and be a trailer.
Well, it's like everybody, you know, everybody wants to score. I mean, right now, Jonesboro's dominating. They're in every passing lane. You know, they're helping. They're having great weak side help on defense.
Walker
and then they're
from
knocking
the outside.
down the 3.
Another 3 from Walker. That's his second of the night.
And that's 33 points in the lead. And here's a timeout for Griffin.
Yeah. And you come out and you bust out 5 points very quickly. That's 7, my bad. 7 points very quickly, then it kind of just changes the concept of what you're doing. And where you're at a 33-point lead here going in somewhere into the fourth quarter. And the only thing, you know, you set yourself up. You know, I have to say, you know, player of the game, any thoughts of who, I mean, you've been to have a chance to see this game and watch it. Do you have any thoughts on who you're looking at?
When I was with you, you know, early on in the game, the energy brought, you know, early. I don't know all their names.
Right, no, and that's good. I'm glad I'm at least
and so, you know,
educated enough that I've paid attention to all the things. You know, I will say this: to come back, I'm liking Brandon getting the 6 points. He had some points early. He has a total of 8 points. Not Walker, but Dakota still leading all scores with 13.
And he has a nasty first step. I mean,
he does.
He's very explosive off the bounce. I like the fact that Jonesboro has the ability to change. They can be a man press team, a zone, a half court, a full court. You know, being able to be multiple on defense is a way to win, because you can't practice against all of them.
No, and that's why they have that good jump. Didn't get the roll. I'm curious to see whether some of these players that come into the gym that have never played at Clayton State, you know, or have seen this, Oh, that nearly went in.
Yep, he's going to end up getting it anyway. Nice job.
Nice. Good effort.
I mean, but that's what happens when you play hard and you try to do the right thing. It normally works out for you.
Yeah. I will agree with you on that. Right at the 6-minute, 30-second mark, another turnover, ill-advised from Griffin. A high floater.
That got deflected on the way.
All right there, field goal kicker.
Oh.
I'm just saying things got deflected when they didn't.
You know, that poor guy.
Hey, man, I'm
double dunk.
I tell you one thing. Me and my boy's not going to be a field goal kicker. I'm not going through that. That was a good running layup right there.
Nice job of not drawing the charge.
Because he was ready for it. Calvin's looking for the swat.
That guy was looking at him.
Don't like that. They laid out. It's 31-point lead here.
Well, it goes back, you know, trying to dribble through the press is not going to work. And so, you know, see if they're
going to bring in Manuel and Robinson from off the bench. Deshaun. Chris is going to get his pocket picked. A little frustration. Jared, they're going to switch out.
1-and-1 right here.
Everybody's got everybody's in what we call the bonus. We're about to get to
double bonus.
Yeah. And that's when it gets around 10 team fouls. That once it gets past 10 team fouls, it is double bonus, meaning that they'll go to the line to shoot 2 no matter what. Not just with simple 1-and-1. Jared with the first, in and out, no good. Gets his own rebound.
Nice defense.
Back out. Oh, hit his foot. Good rebound from Manuel to pass it back out.
This is the hustle right now for both teams, but especially Griffin. You're down 29 points.
Yeah, and you're hustling.
And you're still getting after it. So that's good to see from that perspective.
I would agree.
I like the fact that maybe there's been a couple of turnovers on Griffin's team, but I don't know these guys well enough to know who's young and who's not. You know,
deep three. Whew, I thought that was about to go in again.
Yeah.
I like that he's slowing down. He walked something fierce. He double dribbled too. Oh, but he's not. He is not a dribbler. Okay.
He gets after it.
He does. He's very Carl Brownish. Okay. I do, but that's the only way I can reference points things. So he kept the foot down. Good effort. And he'll put it up strong.
But
every time he makes a basket, he flexes. Do you know that? Have you noticed that?
If I had muscles, I would flex too.
No, it takes too much energy.
Yeah.
Too many power pellets. Too many power pellets being used. Well, Craig, I appreciate you joining in with me tonight, man. It's always nice to have a second voice out there on that part. I was like, hey, when I called you up, what you doing? I was dying to get a second voice, getting ourselves ready. We got another turnover. At least they didn't call the ill-advised foul. We got a triple header on Monday, Martin Luther King Day. We're going to have a little fun with that. It's all football-based. We'll be starting live right around 11 o'clock Eastern Standard Time, 11, 1, and 3. Should be a lot of fun.
Get by your fire and enjoy it while you're inside because
it's going to be cold. It will be.
You know, it's funny that, that was a very nice move downstairs.
He did.
I mean, and then you're going to get that's one thing about they're not
get
calling anything now. Very nice.
Oh.
Come on, man.
Got to finish
that guy earned that. He should be at the free throw line right there.
When you're going to get that fake dribble.
I mean, it was that.
It was.
It was very nice, and he got hacked. I know they get the ball underneath, but he deserved to be shooting 2 right there. Down screen. Give it to him. No.
A little bit outside, ball 7. Ball 7, a little bit outside.
Yeah.
But we'll be back live tomorrow, 5:30 or so at Fayette County High School. It'll only be located on YouTube. We'll send a link out, but you just click into YouTube and you'll see where we're at live. We won't be live on Facebook or Twitter tomorrow.
Oh, that's a really nice.
Not enough effort.
It's a really nice look. And 1.
Good job, Quinn.
I tell you what, it didn't work out the way they drew it up, but the fact
you don't
that
dry that up.
Nah. Now, that's just like when you hand the ball to, a running back and he runs around the backfield.
And you're like, no, yes, keep going.
Hits a seam and scores after you didn't block anybody, and somebody says, good play call. Yeah,
right.
Okay. But, the thing about Jonesboro is they play, hard, and then they, the person that comes in for them plays hard. There's no break.
I would agree on that part.
I mean, they're up right now. They're up 34, and there's no break. They're not putting somebody in that's coming in as everybody's going there. They're just happy to be in there. They're coming in the game to play. So 3:50 and counting right here. Jonesboro sitting in a man-to-man defense.
Oh, good steal from Deshaun.
That's going to be a dunk.
Nice.
I knew that was going to be. That guy's got pogo stick legs.
Yes. He was looking for that all game.
Yes, he was. He's looking for another one, too.
If he gets ahead of the ball, that's going to be it on that part.
Timeout, Griffin.
Everybody needs to kind of get eased down a little bit. Some nice excitement right there. So it's 72-36. Going to have an opportunity to talk a little bit about past alumni with Jonesboro tomorrow. I'll have a kind of a nice little runner at the bottom, talk about where are they now and where each player plays and where they have played in the past. To give a special shout out here, especially next week. Next week's going to be pretty much, I'm going to call it Alumni Week at Jonesboro, and have an opportunity to, if there's video footage out there of past Jonesboro alumni that played at the next level in basketball, we're going to give them an opportunity to show themselves off a little bit on Friday night and Tuesday night here at the Lock.
Well, this right here has been impressive. I was looking forward to seeing what Jonesboro looked like, seeing them play, last couple 3 years.
Right.
And
it's a different group. I mean, it's a young. As much as it's got seniors laden on it. Good job, Quinn.
Oh.
Got to be careful. Some ill-advised fouls and necessarily don't. Ooh, he pickpocketed.
At every turn, they're getting their hand on the ball.
Right. 3 minutes left to go here in the ball game. It's 72-36.
And they're still in the passing lane. Nobody's taking this off. Wow. Strong rebound right there. Let's see if they'll just pull it out right here. See if I go to a four corners look right here. All right, so here comes the, man motion, four corners, ISO. I think Coach Melmer is real happy with that right there. And there it is, wide open down the court. Oh, wow. We almost had a poster here at the Lock. And if that would have went down, I think they would have had to call a timeout to get everybody off the court. So with 2:09 to go, it's 72-36, and Jonesboro goes to the line to shoot two. Free throws up, good. Second free throw is up and good. The lead balloons to 38. Looks like Jonesboro may have some younger guys in. I know one thing, they've got guys that are running the court.
Sorry about that, Coach.
It's all right. We got some new faces in. We got some really.
Oh, man, we got some fun faces here. Yeah. Number 24 makes everybody smile.
I know one thing. He's an athlete. He just flew down the court.
He is everybody's hero.
But we have reached a 40-point lead. It looks like, I thought he was going to run it out, run some four corners. Look like he's trying to work on some things.
Booyah.
Oh, went in.
The one-step drop. He's going to sit down on that one. Even Coach Melman's kind of giggling a little bit about that. Yeah.
78-36 right here. And, you know, this has been a complete performance in the second half for Jonesboro. I mean, it's literally a suffocating performance. It was 38-21 at halftime.
I know. So 38-21. The only thing Griffin have scored is what, 15 points?
15 points.
15 points. How much has
40?
40?
Yeah.
That's a nasty box score right there.
Yeah, it's not good.
No.
Unfortunately, last year I coached JV basketball. I was a part of one of those box scores.
Yes.
But
it's one of those ones that, you know, you can learn from it. To me, Griffin still has, I mean, like I said, I hate saying that the regular season is a gigantic preseason to the tournament, and then it just turns into a one-game tournament because you have to go ahead and win to get into the next level on that part.
And
so
if you are good enough, you have good enough players, and you can come up with a game plan or catch somebody on the night where they're not shooting, you got a chance to advance when, you know,
maybe the
regular season doesn't say that you should advance.
Marcos was trying from the outside, not Marcos, Skandrick was trying, number 22 for Jonesboro from the outside, trying to get that part. DeMondre, he's a senior, 5'9", and soaking wet of him, 165 pounds. Maybe when I was 10 years old. Wow. They're not going to call no charge. They just won this game, 20 seconds left.
That's going to be – I thought he was fixing to hammer that thing.
No.
You're not going to get the call, big guy. That's a heck of a job of finishing that thing right there.
Gave it a little pump as well.
80-36 right here, under 10 seconds. Somebody's fixing – here it goes. 82-36.
All right, ladies and gentlemen.
That's it.
Well, that's it. My name is Bo McMichael. This is Craig Chapman. We're with Score Sports. Glad to have everybody with us tonight. Glad you could be here overall-wise. We appreciate everybody tuning in and enjoying themselves. We will be live at 5:30 from Fayette County. Take care of yourself. Drive safe. And if we don't see you again, we'll talk with you tomorrow. Be safe.